My Israelite family, what it do, y'all? Now, I just want to say, y'all, when I stand before y'all, I don't want to ever be guilty of trying to incite no riot or no sedition. But there are things that are going on in the news, and we are all aware of that. So, just being a citizen, I just want to talk about some stuff that's been going on in the news. And first, it will be about the disastrous meeting that Vance and Trump had with President Zelensky of Ukraine. That meeting was a disaster. And but for one thing, I don't even see why they wanted to do that on camera with all kind of people around. Because I remember when President Donald Trump had his during his first term, he had a meeting with President Putin of Russia, and it was a private meeting. It was not on camera. I remember clearly that people from the media was trying to ask him questions after he had the meeting with Putin. Like I say, during his first term, and he was just saying it was very interesting, and we talked about quite a few things. And so I don't understand why this meeting with Zelensky couldn't have been private. With cameras all around and the staff all around and stuff like. I've never seen that before. But anyway, it was a disaster, and wow, it was really very unprofessional, if you ask me. But I know that as far as spiritually, the world is, coming into some things. So it's like they don't have the ability to lead anymore and come together on things. But in order for the Most High to bring about his purposes down here in the earth pertaining to his chosen people, some things are going to have to be shaken up in these Psalm 83 nations. Everything can't constantly continue to go perfect, with them. So the Most High, he has to mix some things up, and he has allowed this President Donald Trump to come back into office again, but everything as far as like what's going to transpire is yet to be seen. But as far as that meeting, wow. And then Zelensky, he was, acting real defiant. And if he's supposed to be the leader of a country and you're coming to another country to ask them for help, you should be more humble, but he wasn't humble at all. And he was trying to overtalk President Trump and Vance. And it was just really, there was just a lot of disrespect going on from what I saw, But anyway, if you're going to ask somebody for help to help you out, and their help is really crucial to your nation's survival, to me, you should be a little bit more humble. If you're going to be asking the nation to help you out with this and that, but Zelensky, he wasn't humble at all. And then again, what a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people don't know that, okay, now the judgment of Yah is on all these nations, but a lot of people who are living in Israel now are from Ukraine. A lot of people in Israel who are passing themselves off as Jews are from Ukraine. And the Most High sees all of this. So, everything is not going to go perfectly right with them, with that nation, because of what they're doing. They're imposters. A lot of those people in Israel are from Ukraine. And it was all orchestrated and designed by the state of Israel and the United States and European nations to keep the identity of Yah's chosen people hidden. That's why they did all that. That's why they did all that. Now it seems like things are coming apart from the seams with these nations. They don't have the unity that they once had because Yah is shaking up the pot. That's what he's doing, because he's going to send Yahushua HaMashiach back to this world to take it over, and these nations will be brought down by him. Okay? That's just a fact. That's scripture. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm not worried to the least about what is going on, because my hope is in my Father. Okay, and he has all power. Okay, but I can say this also, that since I stopped participating in the political field, voting and all that, as far as politics, I'm neutral. Since I've stopped, I've noticed that it's more peaceful. You know, I go places now, since I've made up my mind to disassociate myself with politics, and I don't care who wins. My focus and my hope and my source is my Father, Yahuwah. And since I've disassociated myself with participating in politics, I have clearly noticed every day of my life since that I haven't experienced any racism from any older people, any younger people. But when I was participating, and before I let it all go, politics, and I was, all into it, it was like I experienced racism so much on my job. I used to be a driver. I used to do transportation, and for Metro Mobility, First Transit, and oh my God, it was like, just being a driver on the highways, I experienced so much racism, from people from the Psalm 83 nations. But since I still drive my own car, but I haven't experienced any racism. I feel more at peace now since I left all that political stuff alone. It's like, wow, whoa. And sometimes it's like people from the Psalm 83 nations treat me extra kindly now. It's like sometimes when I get ready to go in convenience stores, and people from the Psalm 83 nations, like now it's like they open doors, and like it's like totally different, and I know my Father is in control of everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've showed him that I trust and I put my hope and everything in him. And I know this is what pleases him. This is what he wants all of his children to do. He don't want us to be dependent on man's governments, man's systems and stuff like that. He wants us to depend on him, because to do otherwise is a form of idolatry. And we put anything before our Father, that is a form of idolatry. So inadvertently, that's what a lot of us were doing. And a lot of us are still doing it. We depend on the government to deal with our problems. We look to the government to help us in whatever we're dealing with personally and stuff like that, instead of looking to the Most High. And he don't like that. He don't like that. So I've noticed since I have made myself neutral in politics, it's like, see, he's in control of everything and everybody. So now it seems like I just get so much kindness from these 83 nations, you know what I'm saying? But my hope and my everything is still in the Most High, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel so much at peace now. But I know when I was a driver back in 2018, 2019, 2020, when it ended, it was like I was actually dealing with a lot of stress, not being a driver, but all the racism I was experiencing. And so when I, and I'm talking about even inside the lobby of that place, it was like, it was so much negativity in the atmosphere, you can almost cut it with a knife. There was just a handful of people who were kind and friendly. Just a handful of people out of about 300 and some drivers at that company. But anyhow, so when it got to the point where it was, I had one morning, it was one Friday morning, I still remember 2020, I was going to pick up my first client. It was still dark outside, like about, I think the pickup was like about 4:20 to 4:40 in the morning or something. Something like really, really early. And I was in my bus, and it was an apartment building that I had never been to before. And I wasn't sure if that was the right building. So I didn't see any cars in the front. So I drove around. I didn't see any numbers on the building or anything like that. So I drove around to the back, a huge apartment building, and up here in Minnesota. And so I still didn't see any numbers on the back. So it was like the drive, how you come through to park, and then it was the garages. And a lot of the apartment buildings, it's made where you can drive all the way around the garages and come on out. But that apartment building wasn't like that. It was grass. So I was like, wow, I got to back up out of here. And then, so what happened, to make a long story short, I actually, I got out and looked to make sure I was clear, and then I started backing up. I didn't see anything in the mirror, but I actually backed over a little small no parking sign, kind of wrapped around the bumper. So that was my second accident within a 12-month period. So I called it in because I couldn't get the pole from wrapped around the bumper myself, so I had to call it in, and they sent somebody out to help me. And so that incident was what caused me to lose my job. We had a meeting about 10 days later, and they called me back, and I was on administrative leave for like 10 days. So they called me back, and they didn't say come dressed, ready to work. They just said come up here at 10 o'clock and go have a meeting with you. So that was why they let me go. But they said, I had a union and everything. They said, you don't have to sign this paper. We have union stewards right here you can talk to. You can try to fight it. You don't have to sign the paper right now. You can try to fight it with the union. I looked at them. I said, I read the hand manual, and it said, 2 accidents within a 12-month period, cause for termination. I said, I'm not going to try to fight it. I said, boss, hey, sorry about the accidents, man. He said you was always upbeat all the time. You're good worker and stuff like that. You're always singing, and always in a good mood. He said, but the accidents, I said, I understand, I'm sorry. So I shook his hand. I didn't want to fight it. I didn't want to fight to stay there, and I got out of there. And because it was really stressful, the stuff that I would encounter on the roads from different people from the Psalm 83 nations. So I didn't regret, I liked the job, but it's like, it was really stressful. But the work that I do now, not stressful at all. I just drive to work, go inside, do my work. And after it's over, I drive home. And I don't have any stress in my life at all. And I think ever since I made up my mind to disassociate myself from participating in the political stuff here, and so I just have peace of mind now. Everywhere I go, I have peace of mind. I don't have any trouble out of any citizens from the Psalm 83 nations, period. I've noticed that since I gave up participating in voting and stuff like that. But anyway, about the meeting with the President of the United States, Trump, Vance, and Zelensky, and then I heard that President Trump kicked the boy out. I heard he kicked him out the White House. And then they was asking him, why come you don't wear a suit? You coming to this country, in the White House. Why come do you own any suits? And he was like, hey, I own suits. That was like really it was just really unprofessional, it seems. And But hey, things have to be shaken up because, our Messiah has to be sent back here. So everything can't go perfect with these nations. There's a time when our Father is going to send our Messiah back to take this place over. So things are going to have to be shaken up. And then, we're in the midst of spiritual warfare. That's what we are in. See, the enemies of darkness know that Yah has awakened his chosen people up, so they don't like that. And then another thing I want to talk about, family, is that, the neo-Nazis with the Swastika flags in Ohio. After that last incident, when they ran them out of there, I thought they were going to be done, but they came back. And I'm watching this stuff, and it's like the only reason why they came back is because they had police escorts. They're nothing but cowards. Nothing but cowards. They only came back with police escorts. That was just for their protection. If they was really hardcore and really serious about doing things in that black community in Cincinnati, you know what I'm saying, they would have went unannounced, at least to the cops. Come on, we finna fight our enemies, but they didn't do that. They let the cops know that that's what they was on their way to that community, that Israelite community, to wave their swastika flags because that's their citizens' rights. So they had to have police escorts. That just shows that they are cowards and they're all covered up. Cowards to the core. And our people stood up like chaps. Y'all got to get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying, with that mess. And so see what's going on in the spirit realm, family, is that the enemies of darkness know that the Israelites have been awakened. Even if our people don't know who they truly are. But the spirits of darkness, they know who we are. So they are stepping up their warfare against our people. And I saw something recently about a sister, I think it was in Florida. She was a nurse or something, and some Gentile patient beat her unconscious. Just crazy. I'm like, oh my God, man, But the enemies of darkness are stepping up their war against Yah's chosen people, family. So y'all beware, be careful wherever you go. And I know I just said that it's been peaceful for me since I gave up voting and stuff like that, but I still got my guards on high alert because I know I'm a part of the chosen people of Yah, and I know I'm in the midst of the enemies of Yah in this world. Evil spirits use people to do that dirty work. And I'm pointed out in the last video that I did that in the book of Ephesians chapter 2, it says that the children, people who are disobedient to Yah, the word of Yah, the spirit, the prince of the power of the air works in the spirits of the children of disobedience. So the spirit of Satan and these evil spirits, they work in the minds of people who are not walking in obedience to Yah's word. So they can easily, people who are not walking in obedience to Yah's word and not being led by the Ruach, they can easily be used in their mind by evil spirits to do their dirty work by coming after Yah's chosen people, y'all. So y'all be careful, family. Wherever you go, always, like the word says, keep on the whole armor of Yah, of Elohim, okay? Because evil spirits work through people, it's like, so what the enemy did to provoke those cowards with the swastika flags to come harass the Israelites over there in that, I think it's called Lincoln Heights, that community over there in Cincinnati was predominantly, our people, Israelites. So that's what they do. Evil spirits move in the minds and in the hearts of these Psalm 83 nations to come at Yah's chosen people, to provoke them to do things. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual behind the scenes that are going on, family. And so these things will probably be stepped up, because as more and more of Yah's chosen people are awakened in this world, the evil spirits and Satan, they're gonna, step up their game against Yah's chosen people. So family, y'all be careful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not spitting no fear tactics. No, Yah has us, but still be mindful, where we are and who we are at all times, and seriously, since I have been awakened and living to please my Father as an Israelite, giving up pork, giving up Sunday services in fake churches and stuff like that, and keeping the Sabbath, keeping the commandments, and following his dietary laws, so I don't try to fit in, giving up holidays, and don't celebrate no birthdays and nothing like that of my own. So I don't, we should not try to fit in this world, because this is Satan's kingdom. This is Satan's kingdom. And those evil spirits and Satan use people, to do. That's why so much violence in this world. That's why so much wickedness in this world. Everywhere you go, there's violence, because people are not walking in obedience to Yah's word, so evil spirits can easily use them. I saw on YouTube, I saw a while back, but last night sometime, just a little clip. This guy, a young, Israelite dude down in Alabama, him and some of his little homies, but they got him for 14 murders. This dude ain't but 22 years old, and he's been arrested for 14 murders. And the prosecutor said that they're going to seek the death penalty if he's found guilty. It's like, what could cause a young man, to have so much rage and anger? And it speaks about these things in the scripture. It says that, Yah's children, they hang out on corners and they're full of rage. You know what I'm saying? We are the Israelites, family. And if we are not walking in obedience to Yah's word and being led by his Ruach, evil spirits will use our people as well, to do wicked, ungodly, horrible acts in this world against their own people or anybody else. So evil spirits, they don't bar nobody. And so, anybody that they can use to do their wicked deeds, that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. So I could go farther with this stuff. There's a whole lot going on in this world that's wicked, but family, have no fear, walk in obedience to Yah's word, keep on your whole arm of Elohim, and, he's got us. He's got us. But still, be on your guard, because we are in the midst of Satan's kingdom. Okay, that's what this world is, Satan's kingdom. Okay, but don't forget, Yah is the one in control. So just keep your focus on him and your mind on positive things, no matter what happens, no matter what you see or what you hear. Look positive, think positive, be positive. And it shouldn't be long before I come back on with another video with scripture and stuff like that. So until then, family, y'all stay safe, and one love and shalom.